the ancient STELA inscription describing that the pyramid and the Sphinx of Giza were already there before the reign of Cheops. And the STELA is that inscription on that column, that stele. For some time now, it's been argued that there is significant evidence to suggest that not only the Great Sphinx, but also the Great Pyramid of Egypt are much older than is currently believed. However, the Egyptologist version that the pyramid was built as a tomb and completed around 2560 BC is supported by an inscription found in an inner chamber of the pyramid, which names a work group as well as a reference to the pharaoh of the 4th dynasty of the ancient Egypt, Cheops. Apart from the official data, it's well known that the so-called Pyramid of Cheops is a great mystery and that has not yet been solved, as it is claimed to have been constructed in a way completely unknown to modern construction engineering. This is why many theorize about extraterrestrial craftsmen or that completely advanced technology that surpasses modern technology was used by people from an earlier life cycle. However, the problem of the structure is not only constructional. There are hundreds of questions that support these thoughts. For example, why are there no built-in stairs anywhere? Could this be an indication that they were not intended for or built by any humans? If they were built by humans, why isn't it so obvious? Why is it not a self-evident fact? In fact, there is said to be an object that many academics dispute. In fact, Zecharia Sitchin had put it in the must-see, but since many question Zecharia Sitchin's studies of the Sumerian and Anunnaki tablets, we will see later that many academics older than him had a similar view to him. It's a stone inscription known as the Inventory Stela, which was bequeathed to us by King Khufu or Khufu or Cheops. It not only supports most of the suspicions about the plateau of Giza, but is a written account of the activities of the Egyptian civilizations on the plateau, including what happened to the Sphinx, or more accurately, Anubis. Sitchin wrote in his book Journeys into the Mythical Past that the stela is irrefutable proof that Khufu himself, better known to us as Cheops, did not build the Great Pyramid, and that both the pyramid and the Sphinx were already there before his reign. Unfortunately, the stela inventory is a controversial item. It was discovered in a small temple dedicated to the goddess Isis by Auguste Mariette, a French archaeologist and Egyptologist in 1858. The inscription also refers to Isis as the, quote, Lady of the Pyramid, end quote, suggesting that Cheops had nothing to do with her. It also mentions that how Khufu walked up to the Sphinx, which was already buried in the sand. The original size of the stone inscription is unknown, as it was already damaged when it was found. However, it is made of polished granite and decorated. Many question its authenticity, but not all Egyptologists of early 20th century did. Sitchin writes, James H. Breasted included the list of stele hoards in his list of 4th dynasty artifacts. He believed that it probably is genuine because, as he said, it bore all the marks of authenticity. Also, the French Egyptologist Gaston Maspero, in his book The Dawn of Civilization, stated about the stela that even if it was from a later period, it is a copy of an earlier authentic artifact and thus constitutes a true record of life and deeds of Cheops. Auguste Mariette, the man who discovered the so-called inventory stele, although he admitted that its dating is questionable, but what is written in it must be considered as historical. Finally, regarding the Sphinx, the text states that a bolt of lightning once struck her head, destroying a large portion of it. Cheops then transformed the head into what we see today. After all this, there are several claims based on various related studies that the original form of the Sphinx was actually Anubis, with the head of the jackal or dog, the sacred animal of Anubis. And based on this, and in combination with the fact that the ancient Greeks had given the metropolis of his worship the name Kinopolis, meaning the dog-headed city, they thought to assume that it could be connected to the dog, or otherwise Kina, Sirius, which the ancient Egyptians had anyway in high esteem. So I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.